First off guys, let me just apologize for my voice. I went out for karaoke for a friend's birthday over the weekend and I've kind of lost it. But either which way, the show must go on. So, hello and welcome to 2D Talk's Real Movie News. I'm Jayse and this is your weekly show from 2D Talk where we let you know what's happening in the entertainment world, what stars are making waves, what movies are in production and what movies are on the horizon. Also, I let you know what films are flying or faltering both financially and statistically in the box office dive. So we're gonna begin with that. As expected, Avengers Infinity War remained in the #1 spot, dropping only 56% and taking in $112.4 million in its second weekend. The battle between it and The Force Awakens is still raging. Disney's sibling franchises, headed up by Kevin Feige for Marvel and Kathleen Kennedy for Star Wars, are both battling to either maintain their positions in the case of Star Wars or supplant the other in the case of Marvel. Yes, Infinity War took home the biggest opening of all time and the fastest to $1 billion in just 11 days, now sitting on $1.16 billion. But as far as the second weekend gross hold goes, that still belongs to episode 7. Infinity War's foreign box office is still raking in the cash as it remained in the top spot for all the territories that it's been released in, including $67.2 million from the UK. In second place, we have Lionsgate's Overboard, a remake of the 1987 film which starred Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. This contemporary retelling starring Anna Faris and Eugenio Derbez has swapped the gender roles from the original. This took in $14.75 million and garnered an A- cinema score. A Quiet Place nabbed the #3 position with $7.6 million, bringing its domestic haul to just shy of $160 million. Worldwide, at $255 million, it's around 20 away from surpassing Split, but it still has a ways to go for The Conjuring. At number 4, I Feel Pretty took in $4.9 million, with a respectable 40% drop, while Rampage seems to have gained some sort of reprieve from its flagging box office, having only dropped 35% this week and taking in $4.6 million. Charlize Theron and Jason Reitman return after working together on 2011's Young Adult with their new collaboration, Tully. Unfortunately, however, this is to much less fanfare, with a dismally disappointing $3.1 million, opting for a wide release straight out of the gate rather than a slow rollout, a strategy taken by Wes Anderson with Isle of Dogs to good effect. Black Panther continues to take in some of Infinity War's shine, taking in $3.1 million. That brings its domestic total close to $700 million. As for the rest of the top 10, none could really make any headway with Marvel inhaling all of the monies. But we have another clear weekend before Deadpool 2 smashes into cinemas. This is giving Infinity War one more week to make as much money as possible. Join us next week for more updates on the box office. On to our first story, speaking of Deadpool. One of his best marketing material pieces to date has been released, and that is a music video from Celine Dion's new song for the movie called Ashes, in which the Merc with a Mouth skillfully dances in high heels to the ballad. There is a great exchange between the diva and Deadpool at the end of the song. It's actually hilariously wonderful. On the run up to the movie, I have mentioned that the marketing has not been of the same caliber as the first movie, but this particular music video absolutely kills it. This comes on the heels of Ryan Reynolds himself saying there may not be a third Deadpool movie and that the franchise could continue with X-Force instead, featuring cameos from Deadpool himself. Now, many would look at these comments as pre-fallout to the Disney-Fox merger, but I really have a hard time believing that Disney would turn this R-rated action comedy into a 12A family-friendly set of films. There's way too much money to be made on that franchise as it stands, but what do you think? Are you good with Deadpool having just one sequel that gives birth to a slew of X-Force movies? Would you be okay with a less than adult exclusive movie? And finally, what about that music video, guys? Comment below and let me know what you think about that. And now, the final story. AntMan and the Wasp pushed back in the UK. Yeah, believe it, guys. AntMan and the Wasp release date has been delayed in the UK due to the FIFA World Cup. And it's not by a few days or even a week, but by a staggering full month to August 3rd. Now, this is a big decision for Marvel Disney to make, but this tells me that there may not be much in the way of post-credit spoilers in this movie for Infinity War. But then again, there could be, and the studio has no other choice, as the last time the World Cup was playing here in the UK back in 2014, the movie market saw a drop of 58% in ticket sales during that event. But Ant-Man and the Wasp is not the only other movie to be delayed. Sources say that Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and The Incredibles 2 have also shifted their dates. Not sure what dates they've been moved to, but they have been shifted, and that will likely be to August as well. Usually, Brits get to see a lot of summer blockbusters days, if not sometimes weeks, before our US counterparts, especially in the case of the MCU. They've followed this rollout strategy since 2010's Iron Man 2. This practice builds hype and helps to build loyalty from overseas fans. But this is unusual for Marvel, a studio that is incredibly savvy and has a reputation for planning far ahead, to have not planned for this beforehand rather than leaving it to this late time. I for one am not a football fan in any shape, way or form, so this news is very upsetting to me. But even though I have my doubts in the decisions, I have to trust Marvel that this is the right play, and if there are any spoilers, I can either try to avoid them for an entire month. Not bloody likely. Or it's so minor it won't be a problem. But people, what do you think about this drastic and last minute shift? Especially you guys who are UK football fans, MCU fans, or non-football fans alike. Please comment below and let us know. Please like, share, and of course subscribe. Join us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. This has been 2D Talk's Real Movie News. You guys take care of yourselves. See you later. Bye bye.